Welcome everybody back to Grizz's quick battle tour, I guess you can call it. I'm Pontus versus Athens. As we can see from the builds, I bring what I consider a very, like a normal Pontic build, I think. It's based around Cappadocian Cav, now that they can recruit them normally without having to use mercenaries. And trying to make use of my Pontic Peltists and then very, very inexpensive mercenary naked warriors. Which you will find out how well or how, in my case, how poorly I use the naked warriors. I've never used them before as Pontus. So you'll see. You'll see. And I don't know how this unit's not hiding. I mean, this is considered forested ground that they're standing on. So I just move him up a little bit. So immediately, well, let's look at the opponent's army first. The opponent's army, he has a Thorax Hoplite General instead of a picked Hoplite, which I found strange because he still brought 2 picked Hoplites, which were huge for him. Those guys clutched it for him in the melee fight, which you'll find out later. He's brought 3 Thorax Swords as a centerpiece with a regular Hoplite to hold the building flank. This is a cool map. I haven't fought here before. My opponent picked a very balanced map, as I found some people don't like to do online. But yeah. So he also has, so that's his infantry corps. He's got a slinger, a archer, and 2 regular javelins. Nothing special, no Cretans, no Rhodians, or anything. He's got 2 Hippeus Lancers, which he does some pretty good work with. I haven't seen anybody do that well with Hippeus Lancers in a while. That's probably... no, he makes some very good plays with these cavalry. His citizen cav saved him a few times in this battle, as you'll see. And his skirmish cav is just, you know, a skirmish cav. It's annoying to deal with, and it kills more men than you want it to. Yeah, so from his point of view, we'll play the battle from here, and I'll explain to you my strategy. So yeah, I want to wrap around this side, because I have these buildings here kind of like as a quasi-holding force. Like, this, he uses it also. I use this as like a centerpiece. Unless he's going to shoot this gap, which he really can't because I have my general guarding it, I really have a secure flank on this side. So I bring my Celtic warriors up, and I try to catch his javelins with my Cappadocian Cav. But he's paying attention, which is nice. Yeah, so I'm trying to catch him. Doesn't work. I don't want to take javelin fire. And I think I take a few archer shots, maybe? I think. Yeah, here we go. But I don't lose any, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's what happens when people bring their guys close to their army. You can't really attack like you want to. So yeah, he brings his Hippeus out, seeing that I now have shifted my cav strength to this side. He shuffles his Hippeus over, which is a smart move. And on this side, he uses his building very well. I mean, normally I would just punch down the line right here with these infantry and then bring up the cav this way or this way, which I wasn't able to because of this building. Here I start targeting his general because it's too close, so I bring up the slingers. And luckily, he starts shooting into my Pontic Peltists, which is exactly what I wanted. You can waste all the ammo you want on my Peltists. They're a 65 armor javelin unit. His is only 15. Granted, mine are twice as expensive, but while he's wasting his ammo, I'm killing his slingers with my slingers, now that his general's out of range. I'm still holding pressure on that flank with 3 Cappadocians. He can't really move, and I still have these naked warriors in reserve, and this general... Really, this general needs to be up here. It needs to be either here, or I need to push forward with these troops, which I start to do, and then bring the general in behind. I'm starting to get a little... I don't know what the right word is for it. Maybe probably impatient. I want somebody to attack, so I just move in. I go, whatever. Throw in the Celtic warriors, which I do a poor job of managing. He gets a free charge citizen into my Cappadocians, but I win the fight. I tangle up his swords here, but I send this other warrior, instead of down and around to get behind, or up and around to get behind, I send him right into the back of my own troops. So as I'm pressing forward, he presses the attack here. Very good, um, very good decision on his part. While I was preoccupied pushing all the attack orders on this side, he hits my Cappadocians with 2 Lancer charges. Or a Lancer charge, a Citizen Cav charge, and a picked hoplite charge, which really caught me off. I tried to pull out on time, but I barely missed it. No, don't put it on turbo speed. Barely missed the timing. Probably about, if I was 1 second faster, I would have been okay. So immediately I knock out that Citizen Cav, and I'm bringing in my Naked Warriors for a free charge. Boom, right into his side of his Epeius and into his picked hoplites. That's a very good charge. My guys should do well here. But this Naked Warrior, as you'll see, I don't do so well with. And here I got another guy caught. I did a group attack order, and 2 guys attacked the same dude, instead of 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And this guy just ends up standing here for about a minute. The whole time I have my Cappadocians in the back line, killing his units. And these Epeius do work. Since I didn't directly attack the Epeius here, it ends up killing this Cappadocian while I'm killing his skirmishers, which I'll take the trade. 1 Cappadocian for all your skirmishers. Normally that's a good trade, especially when he brings more than 3 of them. So on this side, I'm being held up, but I'm not afraid because I have so many units in the area. I have 3 Cappadocians and a mercenary naked sword, who's not getting the kills I really thought he would. I heard these guys were a pretty good unit, and look at this. He caught that second naked warrior. Half the unit got caught instead of charging his general. But he's stuck now, and I have 3 Pontic Peltis killing his general. That general will die very, very quickly. Very quickly. So this unit right here needs to move. It needs to move up here. It needs to. Or needs to move this way to smash him from behind. It's just, I'm not doing it for whatever reason. My general, I finally bring him up after all this time. But luckily, the Eastern Slinger he routed earlier was caught in the general's aura of influence and returned to the battlefield. These slingers expend all their ammo, killing this general, and now they're shooting at the Citizen Cav. And these Pontic Peltists are shooting, or they should be shooting, at these Thorax Swordsmen. But I think we kill this general, or this Citizen Cav and the general, which is not bad. 1 of his Javelin men lived, that Cappadocian suicide charge, I guess. I was a little too liberal with my Cappadocians, I think, because I had 5 of them, and I figured that was enough to just manhandle Athens' cavalry. This general got a very good charge. He lost a man on the charge, probably because he charged a picked hoplite and they have expert charge defense. But I don't really know what happens to it. Maybe we should watch it. This battle on this side is kind of just wrapping up. I'm chasing off the last javelin, and we're going to start pressing in. This picked hoplite, again, doing work. Let's watch what happens to the general. He goes from 58 men, and he just dies. Like, I know I should have pulled him out. As soon as he started dying, I'm like, oh crap, pull out, pull out. I try to even toggle into diamond formation, right? Yeah, diamond, and get out, and he won't leave. I'm pulling him out, he's just not going. And he ends up dying for it. Which sucks, because, I mean, your general, when you have Eastern Slingers and low morale swordsmen like the Pontic Swordsmen, you need your general alive, or your guys will rout. And here's, you could tell my general just died right now. And all my dudes, just their morale plummets. Just plummets. The unit made it out with half alive, but the general has died. My Celtic Wars did a very good job of holding up the main part of his army for less than 1,000 talents. Held up his army. That's pretty good. But Pontic Peltist, I think I have them on Firewheel off. My Pontic Swords beat his units in the center, and really all I have to do is deal with these last 5 units. It looks like I have enough, but remember, my general is dead, and so is his, but his units are much higher quality. He has picked hoplites in here. He's got regular hoplites, he has thorax swords. I'm using Pontic Peltists and Pontic Swordsmen, and a dead general unit. But these Pontic Peltists will be very key to the battle. They'll have a fair number of kills on them, but a lot, 150 plus self kills, friendly fire. So I really have to work on that. I was throwing javelins in just to kill important units like this. like I'm trying to kill this unit, and I probably kill half my own cav. Here, my slingers are out of ammo, pretty much. I try to scare him into turning around with this unit, just standing here. But they have no ammo. I've expended it all, which means he's done his job. He had 118 kills. This is solid for a slinger. This Peltus is done, so he gets sent in. This Peltus still has half his ammo. This one about has half. This Peltus didn't get enough kills, 46. He probably is the one who killed all my dudes. Wasted all of his ammo. Now all I have to do is beat these hoplites and this one thorax sword with these units. And you can see my swordsmen who have been fighting the whole time, who are getting tired. They're getting wrapped up, one drops. This doesn't look good. And the whole time, my opponent is very, very nice. We were talking during the battle, talked before the battle. We were giving each other compliments on the catches he made, like when he caught the naked sword who would have got a free charge on his general, or when he caught my Cappadocian cav out here and I couldn't get away, or my general out here and I couldn't get away. He did very well, I think, with the units he had. And a lot of my own micro mistakes, of course. But props to him. He was a nice player. And here we go. This is really the final battle. I start losing peltists. I'm trying to bring my cav in for some rear charges. And look at, I just slaughtered my own cav trying to kill his regular hoplites instead of his picked hoplites, which I probably should have been aiming at, but I couldn't get a good shot at because they're in my own men. So I thought I can get this back of this unit, and instead I just slaughter my own cavalry. Not the best accuracy, I guess, on these Pontic peltists. But they're very good. I'm a fan of peltist and javelin units in general, and Emperor Edition is just like, oh, so good. I love javelins. Love Jav Cav. If you watch my other video, you know Raiders are my favorite cav unit probably in the whole game. Maybe other than like Azat Knights or something, just because they're badass. But yeah, so this whole time we were talking to each other. You know, he's like, oh, GG. I'm like, yeah, well played. I'm like, oh, wait, I might come back. He's like, nah, he didn't, I don't think he thought I was coming back. And then once his guys started routing from this charge of peltists, it became clear that I was going to hold the day. Again, very close battle. Look at the dead bodies. Just from this whole area is all dead bodies. I mean, look at this. Look at all that. Look at that. This is a really, I like this map. This is a good map. Very good game to my opponent again. These picked hoplites, 215 kills, doing work on my low quality infantry. It was a close victory. Yeah, so here is the after battle screen. A Pyrrhic victory for myself. I deployed more men because most of my men were lower quality. As you can see, my naked swords didn't get many kills. Some of my swordsmen did pretty good for the cost. My Pontic peltists, look at this. It is 100 and what? What is that? 170 self kills. And my Cappadocians did okay. Okay. My general didn't do anything. Neither did his though. So I think that's kind of a wash, even though mine's kind of more expensive. And these Hippeus were all Cappadocian kills. So they didn't pay for themselves necessarily, but they stopped a lot of damage by kind of getting in the way. Yeah. So again, great game to my opponent. WM held. I hope I get to see you guys again on the battlefield.